Oh, you're going to just give me a thumbs up.
Okay. Yep, we're good to go.
Okay.
On, Mandy.
Good morning, everyone. I apologize for interrupting your morning with, an urgent message, which I'm sure instilled a lot of panic in you guys. So I apologize for that. We've been working with FNS on some strategies, trying to get approval to get some things done. So I want to give you guys an update. I'm sure you're getting a lot of calls from clients as far as how the government shutdown is impacting SNAP or TANF and childcare. So I'm going to give you an update on what's happening with SNAP. As far as power and childcare goes, at this time, there is no impact that we know of. So it's just business as usual for those programs. But as far as for SNAP, FNS has approved a blanket waiver for us to issue February benefits early. In order to take advantage of the funding that FNS has found, the February benefit has to be issued by January 20th. So our regulations allow us to extend certification periods as long as we notify the household. And so that's going to be our strategy. And our goal there is really to make sure that as many eligible households as possible get those benefits for February. So Bree and her team are going to be working on extending the certification periods through February. We really tried to come up with something that was not only going to get the most households benefits for the month, but also really tried to reduce the hardship on you guys out in the field as much as we possibly could. So, like I said, Bree and her team will be rolling those cases and extending that benefit through February, but there are a couple things that I need you guys to do over the next few days. The benefits for February, anything that we have processed, any of the research that we're due, those all have to be authorized by the 15th, by 5:30 p.m. on the 15th. So that only gives us until Tuesday. So what I need you guys to do is pull your rave reports. Any cases that you have that are in receive status, I need you to determine whether those were recertification applications. Any recert applications that were received on or after the 7th, I need you to go ahead and delete those applications. We're going to go ahead and roll those, extend their cert into February. And then once we've completed through this process, we'll pick those up again and treat them just like a February recert, but we'll use that January app for that. Those cases that submitted a recert application anytime the 2nd through the 4th, we anticipated those, if they're pended, they would be pended through Monday. So we're going to ask that you, if you have the information, please get those worked. Those need to take some priority. If you don't have the information, please try to contact the client. Let them know that you have to have the case worked by Tuesday. See if you can get them to get the information in sooner. The other ask I'm going to have is that I need you also to pull your ABOD report from RAVE, determine which of your caseload that's due to recertify in January, which of those cases are in their 3rd free month. We would like you to try to make contact with those clients to see if anything has changed in their status. If you're unable to make contact or you determine there is no change in the status, I'm going to need you to manually close those cases, send out the F404, so that way when Bree and her team are rolling cases, that's not a case that we miss and we issue February benefits to an ABOD who's no longer eligible for SNAP. So at this time, I'm going to try to anticipate any questions that you guys have and just preemptively answer them. I know that there's going to be probably a lot more coming in. What I'd like you to do with those is to work with your supervisor. That way I'm fielding questions from the supervisors versus fielding questions from, everybody in the field. I'm still having to do a lot of communication with our regional office with FNS, and so I want to make sure questions are answered effectively, but within the time periods that I have available. So one of the questions that came up with all the states really was like the January benefits. This early issuance does not affect January benefits at all. So we can continue processing January applications up until the 29th of January. So there's no problem with January at all. Any expedites that we get that are eligible for January and February allotments, since those allotments are issued together, there will be no issue with those. As long as they have a January availability date, those will be fine. We will continue to accept applications, but we do need to be explaining to clients that after the 15th, so anything we're getting after the 15th, we can process for January, but their February benefits will not be issued until the government is up and running and funds are restored. We are going to mail a notice to the clients. The notice is being created as we speak. It will get mailed out on Monday. We do have a message that we are going to post on the website. We're going to post it on the Facebook page. I'm going to send it to you guys and ask that you post it all around the local offices. We're going to have some other agencies also get it up. The name of the game is really notify, 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 to make sure that everybody understands that their February benefits will be issued early. They will not get anything issued to them in February. So since this is a live feed, it'll be kind of hard for you guys to ask me some questions. So like I said, if you can get questions to your supervisor, great. And I will answer those as quickly as I possibly can. Again, I apologize. We're really only giving you 3 days to get as much done as you possibly can. Please understand that we don't expect you to be able to get everybody processed and worked in those 3 days. We just really would like you to try and get as many people done as you can. We are going to miss people. There are going to be people that miss out on February benefits. But by implementing the strategy that we have, we think we're going to hit the most clients, the most households, and this will be the most beneficial for Wyoming. So as soon as I'm off here, I have to get the notice. The notice is being finalized by Bree. I will send out a copy of that so you guys know what it looks like. And then I'm also going to send you out the notification that I would like you to post up in your offices. And then if you guys locally can think of anywhere where that notice would be beneficial, please contact those buildings or agencies and see if they are okay with you maybe running over and posting that, because we understand our clients are going lots of different places. So if we can get that in as many places as possible, that would be great. So I will end it here for now. And I look forward to hearing from you, because I know that I will. Please know, we really appreciate everything you guys do out there. We have a lot of respect for what you're doing out there and the workload. I know the families in Wyoming really appreciate the work that you do, and they will really appreciate that we've come up with this strategy to get things going so that they can get their February benefits. If you get questions beyond February benefits, they're not questions that we can answer right now. I mean, it's really all dependent on the shutdown. As of right now, there are no funds appropriated for anything past February. So that's just going to have to be the answer for our clients, is that we just don't know. So I'm getting a lot of chats to say, please email this out. Please email your instructions and your directives. And I'm happy to do that. I can do that. And then you guys just stay in touch with me and let me know if I can do anything. I'm here. I'll be here the next 3 days. If you need some support with anything, Mary Ann is very willing to be available if anybody needs some support. And I just say good luck, go forth and conquer, and let's get as much done as we possibly can. So thanks, guys. Have a good Friday. We'll talk to you soon.